Good morning, everyone. In previous lectures, we start the second topic, clinical pathology. But what is a clinical pathology? I again remember you. Clinical pathology is a medical specialty that is concerned with the diagnosis of disease based on the laboratory analysis of bodily fluid. And these urine examination, gastric examination, CFS examination, renal examination, liver examination, these all are examinations are laboratory analysis of bodily fluid. Today we are going to start CFS examination. But what is a CFS? What is a CFS? CFS means cerebrospinal fluid. And what is a cerebrospinal fluid? See picture and concentrate on a image. Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear colorless body fluid in the brain and spinal cord. What is a cerebrospinal? Cerebrospinal fluid is a clear colorless body fluid found in the brain and spinal cord. But what is the functions of spinal cord? Spinal cord give a buoyancy. Buoyancy means it modulate pressure change. If the CFS is not present, we will feel the weight of brain because of skull and cranium. It give buoyancy. Next function of cerebrospinal fluid is protection. It protects, lubricates the brain. It protects and lubricates the brain. It provides nutrients. It acts as a medium of nutrient transfer. It acts as a medium of nutrient transfer because cerebrospinal fluid, the fluid passes the nutrient from body to blood to brain. Next is a act as a fluid buffer. It is a act as a fluid buffer. Buffer means cushioning the central nervous system against injury. It cushioning the central nervous system because our brain, spinal cord, it is a part of central nervous system, and it cushioning of central nervous system and protect against the injury, protest against the shock, injury, etc. Then next it is a act as a reservoir. Reservoir means to regulate the content of cranium. It regulate the content of our cranium. Next is a volume of CFS. CFS means cerebrospinal fluid. Volume of cerebrospinal fluid. Normal capacity of central nervous system, not a CFS. CNS means central nervous system is about 600 to 1700 milliliter. But daily production of CFS is 500 liter and capacity of CFS is 150 ml. Means the daily production of CFS is 500 ml means in one day CFS replace in 3 times. CFS replace in 3 times in one day. Next is when CFS examination is required and like coma, unconscious patient, altered sensorium, suspecting meningitis. Meningitis means it is an inflammation to brain or spinal cord, and meninge means spinal cord. Meningitis means spinal cord and meningitis means inflammation to spinal cord or brain. Collection of sample for analysis. Collection of sample for analysis. It is a very painful process because a large lumbar puncture needle inserted to the spinal cord and collect the sample from the spinal cord. Here is one image of the collection of sample of CFS. It is a very painful process. When we collect the CFS sample, we keep the following things in mind because it is very painful process to the patient. So procedure of collection is must be right. Very little sample is obtained. So go through the proper test. Next, if patient is very serious, the urgent report is required. Then the process will be correct. Analysis of samples involve the measurement of examination for fluid pressure, protein, glucose, RBCs, chemicals, bacteria, viruses. In CFS examination, we want to study about the fluid pressure, protein, glucose, RBCs, chemicals, bacteria, viruses. But we want to know about its normal CFS content. Appearance of the normal CFS is clear. Pressure of CFS is 90 to 180 mm. WBC per microliter is 0.8 limp. Protein milligram per dl is 15 to 45. Glucose level is 50 to 80. And multiple tests are required for diagnosis like biochemistry, hematology, microbiology, serology, and PCR. We know about this process. What is a biochemistry? What is a microbiology? Microscopic study. What is a PCR? PCR means the DNA study. Then next, if we are going to this procedure like microbiology, biochemistry, PCR, then etc., this test we find out the diseases like acute bacterial meningitis. But when we found that it is acute bacterial meningitis, with the help of the appearance, pressure, WBC, protein, glucose are values are changed. But what is acute bacterial meningitis? Acute bacterial meningitis, it is a rapidly developing inflammation of layer of tissue that cover brain and spinal cord and fluid space between spinal cord. It is caused by bacteria. But mode of infection of bacteria, how to reach into the spinal cord? How to reach into the spinal cord or cerebrospinal fluid? Because of bacteria, in which bacteria that enter into the bloodstream and travel to the brain and spinal cord, it causes acute bacterial meningitis. In acute bacterial meningitis, the appearance of cerebrospinal fluid is turbid, pressure is increased, WBC count also increased. It is a 100 to 1000. Here is a 1000 to 1000. It is not 1000 to 1000. It is 100 to 1000. Protein is 100 to 500. Glucose level is decreases less than 40. Next meningitis is a viral meningitis. Meninges means spinal cord. Meningitis means inflammation. And viral meningitis, in which the inflammation of brain and spinal cord membranes typically caused by viral infection. But viral infection, how to virus reach into the spinal cord or cerebrospinal fluid? Due to the infection like sneezing, coughing, etc. Next is, what is the appearance in viral meningitis of CFS? CFS appearance is clear, but pressure is normal to moderate increase. WBC's micro per liter is a 5 to 300, rarely less than 1000. Protein normal to mild increase. Glucose is a normal. In bacterial meningitis, glucose level is decreases because bacteria love glucose. In viral meningitis, the glucose level is normal. Next is a tubular meningitis. Tubular meningitis, in which inflammation of spinal cord membranes around the brain caused by a specific bacteria. The bacteria name is a Mycobacterium tuberculosis. But why the bacteria reach to the blood? Because of the tuberculosis is not treated quickly, the bacteria can travel through the bloodstream. It causes tuberculosis meningitis. And in this disease, the appearance of cerebrospinal fluid is slightly opaque or cobweb formation. Pressure increases or decreases, or spinal cord is blocked due to this tuberculosis infection. Then WBC's count are 100 to 600 mixed or limp. Proteins are 500 to 300 due to the spinal cord is blocked. and glucose level is decreases in tubercular meningitis. Next is a fungal meningitis. Fungal infection due to the fungus, and it is a rare in United States. It can develop after a fungus spread from body to brain or spinal cord. Mode of infection is a fungus spread through body to brain or brain to spinal cord. But fungal infection spread from lung to the brain. Fungal infections mode of infection is a lung to brain, because lung to blood and blood to brain. But fungal meningitis does not spread between people. Fungal meningitis does not spread between people. It is a not contagious infection. That is a fungus. For example, the fungus is a candida cause meningitis. The candida fungus cause meningitis. In this meningitis, in this inflammation, appearance of cerebrospinal fluid is clear, pressure is increased, WBC is a 40 to 400, proteins in cerebrospinal fluid is a 50 to 300, and glucose is also decreases because fungals are also feed on the glucose, and the protein secreted in this high. Next is acute syphilitic. In acute syphilitic, the appearance is clear, pressure of CFS is increases, WBC count of the CFS is about 500 lymph, proteins are increases but not more than the 100, glucose level is normal. Here is a one table for your understanding. There is a normal CFS, cerebrospinal fluid, appearance, pressure, WBC, proteins, glucose. The appearance is normal, cerebrospinal fluid is clear, pressure 90 to 180 millimeter. Then WBC count is 0.8 lymph, proteins are 50 to 45, glucose level is 50 to 80. In acute bacterial meningitis, the appearance is turbid, pressure increases, WBC count are also increases, protein are also increases, glucose decreases because bacteria love glucose and their body waste product are protein, or their fecal matter is a protein. So proteins are increases, lymph WBC are increases because of WBC's function. It is protective in nature and they want to kill the bacteria. So WBC are also increases, and because of this process, the pressure of cerebrospinal fluid is get increases. Then viral meningitis, the appearance is clear, but pressure is increases and WBC count decreases. Proteins are also increases and the glucose level is normal. In tubercular meningitis, the appearance is cobweb formation due to bacteria of tuberculi, Mycobacterium tuberculin, in which pressure are decreases or increases according to the patient immunity. WBC are increases to fight the tubercular bacteria. The proteins are also increases because bacteria love glucose level is decreases, and the body waste of the bacteria into the CFS, then protein is also increases. Here is a short table. With the help of this table, you can write the any diseases, normal and abnormal content of CFSs, and we find out the normal and abnormal CFS level and which disease is due to this all this content. Then in fungal meningitis, the appearance is clear but pressure is high, WBC count is high, protein is high, and glucose level is low. Then acute syphilitic, the appearance is clear, pressure increases, WBC count is increases, protein increases, but glucose level is decreases. These are the short table for your understanding, and with the help of this biochemistry, hematology, microbiology, PCR, with the help of this clinical test, we find out the which disease are occur, and pathologists reach to the final conclusion and diagnose the cerebrospinal diseases. The cerebrospinal test is very important for find out all these diseases. Today we stop here. Thank you.